Kevin Owens joins the Bloodline at WrestleMania 39. Logan Paul destroys Seth Rollins at WrestleMania 39. Vince McMahon secretly controls AEW. Vince McMahon is still a part of WWE's creative team. Brock Lesnar's WrestleMania match changed. Roman Reigns' controversial win at WrestleMania 39. Let's jump right into it. Logan Paul destroys Seth Rollins at WrestleMania 39. Teddy Long recently opened up about Logan Paul and Seth Rollins' feud, saying the former could take the latter to the limit at WrestleMania 39. The YouTube sensation's feud with the Messiah has been a highlight of WWE's programming in the last few weeks. Though Logan wasn't around for the latest episode of Raw, Seth Rollins kept things rolling by defeating Baron Corbin. The 27-year-old is scheduled to appear on next week's show, where he would host a special edition of his podcast, Impulsive TV. Speaking on Sportskeeda Wrestling's The Wrestling Time Machine podcast hosted by Mac Davis, Teddy Long was full of praise for Logan Paul's work in WWE so far. The former SmackDown manager explained that despite being rich and famous, Logan gives his all in the ring due to his sheer passion for the business. He added that the youngster's hunger to succeed was evident through his work. Logan Paul is one of those guys, he loves this business. He's hungry. Even though he already got money, he's already a big star. But that doesn't mean he doesn't want to continue living his dream. This may have been one of his dreams since he was a child. So now he's in position. He's got the money, he's a big star, so he's in a position to live his dream. So for him to come into professional wrestling and make a name for himself like he has done, that means he's hungry and he wants it, said Teddy Long. Furthermore, Teddy Long added that Logan Paul wouldn't go down easily at WrestleMania 39 and could put up a serious challenge for Seth Rollins. And I'm gonna tell you something right now. Seth Rollins, taking nothing away from him, great competitor. But I'm telling you, Logan Paul is going to take it to him, added Teddy Long. Though Bill Apter agrees with Teddy Long that Logan Paul could push Seth Rollins to the limit at WrestleMania 39, he believes the Messiah would eventually overcome the challenge. The veteran journalist explained that a star of Rollins' stature couldn't afford to lose to a part-time professional wrestler like Logan. My feeling is Logan Paul will take it to him. Logan Paul will look tremendous, but Seth Rollins cannot afford to lose to someone who's not a real professional wrestler, said Bill Apter. It's safe to assume Rollins could play a spoilsport during the special edition of Impulsive on Raw next week to further escalate the feud. Vince McMahon secretly controls AEW. An insane conspiracy theory about Vince McMahon has been presented by former WCW and WWE referee Nick Patrick. All Elite Wrestling has been around for about 4 years at this point. The promotion's first event, Double or Nothing 2019, was a massive success, and the company is still going strong on a weekly basis. Tony Khan's promotion has seen its fair share of ups and downs over the years. Former WWE official Nick Patrick, who also had a brief stint as a wrestler in the 80s, recently put forth an interesting conspiracy theory. As per Patrick, Vince McMahon is secretly controlling AEW. I'm one of those old conspiracy theory guys. I always think Vince is sitting behind every damn thing, and I'm usually right. I'm just a conspiracy theory guy. He may not be running the thing, but he knows everything that's going on, and there are other ways to control them. I think it's a work rivalry, honestly, but it's a controlled inter-office work rivalry. During the WWE Q2 2021 earnings call, McMahon shared his candid thoughts on All Elite Wrestling. Here's what he had to say about the company. Well, it certainly is not a situation where rising tides, because that was when Ted Turner was coming after us with all of Time Warner's assets as well. That was a different situation. AEW is where they are. I don't really know what their plans are. All I know is what our plans are, stated Vince. McMahon made his WWE return in early 2023 following a brief retirement. He is currently serving as the executive chairman of the board. There has been speculation among fans that McMahon is steadily making his way into WWE's creative affairs following his comeback. What do you think of Nick Patrick's conspiracy theory about Vince McMahon? Sound off in the comments section below. Vince McMahon is still a part of WWE's creative team. Teddy Long thinks Vince McMahon was certainly a member of WWE's creative team and urged everyone to let him be a part of it. Ever since McMahon plotted his return to WWE as the executive chairman of the board, there's been speculation about his role within the company. Many believe that the 77-year-old was indirectly in control of the creative, which was handed over to Triple H when he stepped down from the company last year. Though there have been reports of Vince McMahon being present backstage at shows, it was made clear that Triple H was still calling the shots. Speaking on Sportskeeda Wrestling's The Wrestling Time Machine podcast hosted by Mac Davis, Teddy Long speculated that McMahon was still a part of the creative. The former manager explained that Vince McMahon had been doing this his whole life and added that nobody should stop him from being a part of it. Yeah, Vince is certainly a part of creative, I would believe that. But like I said, man, this is the man's life. So leave him alone. If he wants to step in and be a part of it, let him be a part of it, said Teddy Long. The former WWE CEO was forced to resign from the promotion last year owing to many hush-money allegations leveled against him. In a recent interview, John Cena addressed the controversy about his former boss, saying everyone makes mistakes. The 16-time WWE champion added that he loved Vince McMahon regardless of his imperfections. No, I mean, everyone has the right to have their perspective. I have the right to have mine. When you love somebody, you take them as imperfectly perfect as they are. We all make mistakes, we all have poor decisions. Lord knows I've made my collection of poor choices. That doesn't mean I'm not going to love somebody. There's no way I can go on record and say I don't love Vince McMahon. The leader of Cenation is all set to challenge Austin Theory for the coveted United States Championship at WrestleMania 39. Brock Lesnar's WrestleMania match changed. Brock Lesnar is scheduled to face Owens at WWE WrestleMania 39 in Los Angeles. The Beast and the Nigerian Giant had a face-to-face confrontation during this past Monday's edition of Raw. Owens awkwardly shoved Lesnar out of the ring during the segment and Brock retreated. Despite the segment receiving criticism from the WWE Universe, it has gone viral on YouTube and amassed over 1 million views thus far. According to Justin Barrasso of Sports Illustrated, Lesnar was initially scheduled to face Bobby Lashley at this year's WrestleMania. Their feud ended bizarrely at Elimination Chamber in February after Brock was disqualified for using a low blow to escape the Hurt Lock. Sports Illustrated's report notes that Lesnar was originally set to face Lashley at WrestleMania, but plans changed so that Brock could prepare to face Stone Cold Steve Austin. However, WWE was unable to agree to terms with the Rattlesnake and Lesnar's plans for WrestleMania were altered once again. Barrasso added that it is still up in the air whether or not Austin could face someone else at WrestleMania. Initially, Lesnar was slated to fight Bobby Lashley at the event, Sports Illustrated learned, but that was moved to February at Elimination Chamber so Lesnar could then prepare for a program against Steve Austin. Yet WWE and Austin never came to terms. Whether that happens with Austin and a different opponent is yet to be determined. Following the conclusion of their rivalry, Bobby Lashley has revealed that he would like to team up with Brock Lesnar in WWE. During an interview on Sony Sports Network, the Almighty pitched the idea and claimed that the crowd would enjoy watching them dismantle people together. He added that the duo would be like the modern-day Road Warriors. This is completely far-fetched on a whole different angle. I thought me and Brock, we fight a lot against each other, what if we were on the same team? We'll be like the modern-day Road Warriors. It'll probably be fun. The crowd will probably get off on watching us go through dismantling people together. That would be pretty interesting, said Lashley. The wrestling world hasn't reacted favorably to Brock Lesnar versus Owens at WrestleMania, but the rivalry is bringing in impressive numbers on YouTube. It was recently reported that Stone Cold Steve Austin may have been offered a match against popular SmackDown star LA Knight. Time will tell if the Rattlesnake laces up his boots once again at this year's WrestleMania. Would you have liked to see Brock Lesnar versus Stone Cold Steve Austin at WrestleMania? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. Roman Reigns' controversial win at WrestleMania 39. Bill Apter thinks Roman Reigns would walk out of WrestleMania 39 still as the undisputed WWE Universal Champion after taking down Cody Rhodes. The American Nightmare is widely expected to end the Tribal Chief's historic world title reign at the grandest stages of them all. WWE has presented him as the biggest babyface in the promotion, with his motivation to finish the story driving the narrative forward. Considering Cody has been generating some of the loudest reactions, it's safe to say WWE has hit a home run with his booking so far. Speaking on Sportskeeda Wrestling's The Wrestling Time Machine podcast hosted by Matt Davis, Bill Apter lavished praise on Cody Rhodes for his promo on Raw. The veteran journalist explained that the late great Dusty Rhodes would have been proud of his son and went as far as to say that he could see Dusty and Cody Rhodes during the segment on Monday night. Tribal Chief, I acknowledge you. However, I have never seen someone so passionate go after a championship and finish the story he talks about. This past Monday, Cody Rhodes delivered a promo his father would have been so very proud of. I could see his father and him, actually, doing it. He's graduated to that spot. Cody winning the undisputed WWE Universal Championship is something that the fans want, something that all the people say is going to happen, said Bill Apter. However, Bill Apter explained that despite fans predicting the American Nightmare to walk away with the gold at WrestleMania 39, he disagreed. Apter feels Roman Reigns would find a way to secure a controversial win at the premium live event. But I disagree. I think there's going to be some sort of an unusual finish with the Usos or Sami Zayn or Kevin Owens getting involved, and I predict Roman Reigns would come out of that show with a controversial win and still be the head of the table, said Bill Apter. On the recent episode of Sportskeeda Wrestling's Legion of Raw, Vince Russo explained that going by Cody's promo, WWE was setting him up for a heel turn. The wrestling veteran believes the American Nightmare could employ some heelish tactic to defeat Roman Reigns for the gold at WrestleMania 39. I gotta be honest, I am watching this thing in two things tonight, and I am really saying, bro, are they already setting him up to be a heel? In other words, is he going to do something heelish to beat Roman Reigns, and Reigns becomes the babyface after that? Because first of all, we had the comment about this somebody, I want to be somebody, said Russo. Regardless of the outcome, it's safe to say Cody Rhodes and the Tribal Chief will put up a match for the ages for the fans in the main event of WrestleMania 39. Kevin Owens joins the Bloodline at WrestleMania 39. Teddy Long recently spoke about the possibility of Kevin Owens shocking the world by joining forces with the Bloodline at WWE WrestleMania 39. The Tribal Chief will defend his undisputed WWE Universal Championship against Cody Rhodes at the grandest stage of them all. Though Reigns has come across as invincible so far, fans believe the American Nightmare could finally end his historic title reign in the main event of WrestleMania 39. However, both Teddy Long and Bill Apter predicted on Sportskeeda Wrestling's The Wrestling Time Machine podcast that the match could end controversially, with Reigns winning. The former SmackDown manager also explained how Kevin Owens could play a catalyst in the Tribal Chief coming up on top. Long mentioned how KO always fell short in big matches and could use that frustration to turn to the dark side. He added that Paul Heyman could get in his ear to convince him to align with the Bloodline. Well, you always got Kevin Owens there, a guy who's always been there, but somebody keeps interfering and stopping him from making it. So maybe he might be tired of it. Heyman may get in his ear. We just don't know, But Kevin is just like every other hungry wrestler. He wants to make it to the top, and certainly if he aligns with the Bloodline and Paul Heyman, he'll go to the top, said Teddy Long. Over the last few weeks, Kevin Owens has been involved in a mini feud with Solo Sikoa. The two clashed in a street fight at this week's WWE Raw, where Sikoa defeated KO thanks to some timely assistance from his stablemates, the Usos. Though fans watching from home saw Owens taking a beating as the show ended, those in attendance witnessed him getting back on his feet and taking down the stable. Just when Solo Sikoa set up a table in the ring to lay down KO, the latter stood up and put the Bloodline member through the table instead. Though it's unlikely, it remains to be seen if Teddy Long's speculation about Kevin Owens aligning with the Bloodline and WWE becomes a reality anytime soon.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take